This is a video for explaining how to do isometric perspectives. This is the opposite as the views exercise we have done up to this point. In the views exercise, we will be given a 3D object and we will have to draw the front, side, and top views. But this exercise is the opposite. We will be given the front, side, and top views, and we will have to draw the object in 3 dimensions. So this object will be placed like in a box of 3 by 3 in this exercise. I will draw the box so you can see. You can do click in any of the lines to mark and click again to erase the lines. Okay, this may help you to see where to place the box which will contain our object. Later we will erase the lines that we don't need. So for an exercise like this, for example in this one, I can see that the front, it doesn't have any line inside of it, not like the side which has this line, or the top which has this other. The front has no line, so we could just draw the front here. This will be the face that corresponds to the front. Remember always the face marked by the arrow. And after that, project the front in the 3 dimensions. So I'm going to start drawing just that. That's the front. I will erase the lines of the wall, of the box, sorry. Okay, by now I only have the front view in one of the walls of the box, and since I can see in the side or in the top that the front will be projected 3 squares in the other dimension, I will take these lines here and project it 3 squares up to the bottom. I mean on the opposite direction. It will be the same direction the arrow is pointing. And then just join the space that are left between the lines, and that will complete. We will check here to see if there's any mistake. Okay, if everything's correct, we can go to the next one. Next, this time we see that it is the top view, the one that can be done that has no any kinds of discontinuity in any line in the inner part of the object. So we will draw first the top and project the top in the other dimension. So the top will be, I will draw this part. Okay, this will be the face, the upper part of the box, where we will draw this face. So it's like a T. And now we can compare the top with the front or the side to see that it has 3 squares tall. So we will make 3 squares from each corner we have here up to the bottom, like this. Only 3. And also remember this one, but be careful because you should not continue like this, because I mean, even if this line will continue up to this point, this part is in the middle. Sorry, this part is in the middle, so we won't see the line continue. We just have to join the parts at the bottom like this, and it will be finished. Okay, no mistake. This one is a bit more difficult because as we can see, there's no face like in this one or the previous one with the T. All the face has at least at least 2 levels, which we can see in the front it has 2 levels, while in the side and the top we see more lines inside the object, so there will be much more levels. So for doing this, we will choose the face with less lines on the inside part, because that means less level. We could draw this face here to serve as a reference, but it won't be really placed here. We will later erase the lines that are not necessary. Okay, this will be the front. Remember, this face here is the front, this space will be for the side, and this other the top. So now we have seen the 2 parts of the side. We can see here a part that looks like an stairs and other part which is only like a lone square. So we must know how deep it will be any of them. So for this part, the square, we can compare it. We see it's at the same height as this part in the side, and also we can see it here. It's 2 squares long, or 3 squares if we count this one, when comparing it to the top. So we could just make, I'm going to erase the other part. As we have seen, this square is like a rectangle that goes up to the end of the drawing. Like this. As we have seen, when comparing it with the side and also with the top, is 3 squares long. And now the other part, the stairs, when we compare it with the side, we see that the stairs are only 1 square wide. The same happens here at the top. So I will draw the stairs in which will be the back part of the object, and then project it in 1 square in the other dimension. So the back part will be like this. You see, I have drawn the stairs, but on the back of the box. And now to make 1 square front each part. Well, this line won't be necessary. Okay, that will be the result of moving. Oops, this line is not necessary here now. My object will be complete, but it has too many lines that aren't seen from this side. If you check here, click on check, it will say that there are many lines that are wrong. So, for example, this line won't be seen from our perspective. Same happens with this line here. Oops. Also this one. And this other two. Okay, so that will be our object. We are going to check again. Okay, it is correct, there's no mistakes. Let's see another one. Well, with this one, we see that with any of the face, all of them have three different levels. I mean, they have like 3 different space. It doesn't matter if it is the front, the side, or the top. All of them has the same 3 different space, so they will have the same difficult. So it doesn't matter with which one we start. I think it will be better to start with the top by knowing each part of the top, which side or how high it is, the height or each of each part of the top. For example, let's start with this, the square. You will have to know where this square is placed in this square, in the front and the side. So if I'm looking for the place of that square, it will have to be this part. If you make a line from here to here, you see it corresponds to this space. And this other line here will correspond with this other line. It will be a discontinuity. Also, I can compare the side and the front and check again that these 2 squares here will be only 1 square tall. So I'm going to start by drawing this square at the bottom and only 1 square tall. First, like this, 1 square at the bottom and giving 1 square height. Okay, you see it now, and I will have to erase the lines that will be behind and we won't see from our perspective. Like this. Then I can continue with this one or these other lines. I will leave this small square for the end. So for these lines, I can see here, for example, this one will correspond with this other space in the front, or also with this small square here in the side. So I can see it has 2 squares high, 2 squares height. So I will have to draw like the previous one. I will first draw it on the bottom and then make it 2 squares tall. And after that, erase the lines that will be behind. Okay, in the bottom it will be here, and now make it 2 squares tall. Like this, and erase all the lines that will be behind. Oh, sorry, that should be there. And now I can do the same with this other. As I see, this other correspond to, these two. It corresponds to this 1 square here, so it will be also 2 squares tall. I can check again with the side. So I will draw it directly here. It will be the same as the other. And to finish, this last square will be up to the upper part, 3 squares tall, and it will be in this small space, since I see this, it is between the other lines. So just make this a square. It will be like this. Now let's check if it's all correct. Okay, there's no mistake. And let's go with the last one. Okay, this one may be more difficult than the others, because apart from having more than one level on each face, it also has a hollow space here in the front that is shown in the sides or the top with uncontinuous lines. So for this one, it would be better to start with the front, because we can see that the front only has 2 levels, since the top has two levels, but also discontinuity lines here. That will be a third level, and same happens with the side. So I have to know. I will draw this face in the front. Like this, and now each part how deep it is. So this part that looks like a donut with a hole in the middle, I can check with the top or with the side, and it's at the back of the box, and it's only 1 square deep. So I will draw again at the back and give it 1 square deep. And now give the I will erase the front drawing because it's making it more difficult to draw the other part. So this will be here. Okay, this will be that part, this part at the back, and now I can check both the side, this part here, or the top, this other part, which correspond to the last part of the front that we haven't made yet, and it is uh, from the bottom or from the back to the front. So I will continue this line up to the end of the drawing. It will be like this. Let's check, and that will be all. Okay, so here concludes the video for explaining how to do the isometric views, the isometric perspective.